All right, good Monday morning on this rainy, cold morning. It is January 6th, and this is the routine Monday weekly briefing that covers the period through this Sunday, January 12th. Quick overview, we currently have an area of rain that is moving eastward through central North Carolina this morning. This rain will continue to move out of the area this afternoon. It will be followed by an Arctic cold front that will produce some 30 to maybe upwards of 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts behind it later this evening and tonight. Then behind that, cold high pressure is going to build in for the middle of the week until about Thursday, Friday time period, with below to well below normal temperatures expected until the next system comes in, and that is probably the one folks are most interested about on this call. It's a low pressure system that's going to move across the northern Gulf, along the Gulf Coast, eastward through the southeast United States, and then kind of up along and just off the Carolina coast over the Friday to Saturday time period. The system right now still looks like it can produce some wintry precipitation across much of central North Carolina. So we will be keeping a close eye on that, and we'll hopefully have a much more detailed analysis of that system on this coming Thursday's weekly briefing. Then behind that system, high pressure will build in once again for the rest of the weekend and into early next week. Quick look at the biggest threat for this afternoon and evening. Once this rain and the freezing rain has largely ended in most places, there may still be some lingering pockets of it along the Virginia border, but once this rain moves out of the area, the biggest threat for this evening and tonight will be the wind gusts, and we are expecting anywhere from 30 in the northeast to maybe upwards of 40 to maybe 45 miles per hour in some spots behind this front for this evening and into the early overnight hours. The wind gusts should start to relax late tonight and into early Tuesday morning, but that is going to be the biggest threat for this afternoon and evening. Taking a quick look at the rainfall that's expected, you can see today that's the rain that is currently falling and has fallen. So we're expecting anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to maybe upwards of 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch in some of the higher amounts. Then we should be dry through the middle of the week, and that next system comes in, looks like maybe as early as Friday afternoon, more so probably Friday evening into Friday night, and then perhaps lingering around through Saturday. And that system should bring another, 1/4 to maybe upwards of an inch of liquid rainfall and liquid equivalent of some wintry precipitation. There is no risk for excessive rainfall outlined in the next 3 days, and likewise there's no threat for severe weather over the course of the next 7 days. The graphical hazardous weather outlook, you can see the primary threats for today are some lingering maybe ice accumulation across the north along the Virginia border, and then the winds, which are the primary threat for this evening and tonight. And then you can see a little bit of a hint of maybe some fire weather concerns on Thursday. So I'm guessing we're going to have some lower relative humidities and maybe a little bit breezy conditions on Thursday. The graphical hazardous weather outlook does not go out into Friday, which is why you're not seeing the wintry precipitation tiles there highlighted beyond that time period. Looking in the 8 to 14 day outlook, pretty high chances of below normal temperatures and some chances for below normal precipitation. Average highs for this time of year range from upper 40s to mid 50s and lows in the low to mid 30s. And we'll be seeing temperatures well below that in many places on several days this week. And to summarize, again, this rain that's moving through will continue eastward and out of the area this afternoon and evening. There may be a brief spurt of some additional light precipitation this evening, but it should not accumulate to much. And then cold high pressure will build in and result in some below to well below normal temperatures Tuesday through Friday. The next weather system that's expected to impact central North Carolina will come in Friday afternoon and persist across the area through Saturday, potentially bringing some wintry precipitation to central North Carolina, and then high pressure will build in again behind that Sunday into Monday. As for the hazards, as I mentioned earlier, the primary hazards for this evening and tonight will be the gusty winds with 30 to upwards of 40, maybe 45 miles per hour expected in the wake of the Arctic front. And even though the winds should dry out most of the roadways this evening and tonight, there could be some lingering puddles with runoff that may freeze tonight. And so there could be isolated slick spots, especially where the water kind of puddles and doesn't get to evaporate fully with the winds. So keep that in mind as you head out tomorrow morning. And then the last thing there is just that chance for wintry precipitation at the end of the week that I'm sure everybody is keenly looking forward to. So we will get more details on that on the Thursday weekly briefing. And with that, I will stop the recording.